I hope there's only a few chapters left, because I'm getting tired of this game. Tentacle Detective. Tentacle Detective. I want the DLC for Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 4. That's what I want. That's what I want to play. I need to finish it since I started it.
Where's
This
the book
is
seller?
not like Resident Evil.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
That's
It's the work that
unfortunately not
laid
even
the
close.
foundations of psychoanalysis at
I
the
would
beginning
like it
of
a
this
lot
century.
more if it was close.
An old diary.
Should I be reading this? I should probably be reading this, but I'm not going to right now. I kind of forgot that I was supposed to be reading things. Darkwater History. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shade of the sea. Oh my god, such originals. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first building called a schlong, um, along with where the Hawkins Manor and church and the cemetery. Nailed it. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares. Oh, handwritten notes that were left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. That's what she said. Oh, that's an interesting painting. It's a very interesting painting right there. I need I need to make this 18 and up stream now. The least that can be said about this book is that it is titled is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and decision methods preserved as illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or a detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. If that gives you an idea what the painting was about. Okay, I hope you missed the painting. I forget how to enter this like question mark. I'm not gonna look that way right
A
now.
strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Strange amulet. The pendant is the shape of a large dog. I don't know what it represents. I might find out more by searching the bookstore. How about I don't? I don't I don't want to. A Percy's and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume. This book focuses on healing surgeries specific to malformation and motor disorders. Cool beans. Are we down here? I hope we're down here. Nope, we're not down here. Why? Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now vitally impossible. No, virtually. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. Look back where? To this? The diagram? Left one? What's up? Oh, this guy? Oh no, the one on top. The bone. Yeah. What's wrong with the male anatomy? Is that male? I don't actually know. Is that... It's the pelvis. What's wrong with it, man? It's natural. It's anatomy. I mean, that painting was more graphic in there, but we're not going back in there. I already did. You just didn't see it. We're done in here, right? Inspect the bookstore. I did, though. I don't think I did. It's
What
nothing
happened
on
here?
these shelves. Oh, there we go.
Let's start over. Where did they break blood? Seems like amateur work.
Okay. What else is here?
To whom does this footprint belong? No sign of struggle. If the burglar smashed this jar, it wasn't intentionally. Was he hurt then?
That's the painting.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
I don't think you saw what I
What
saw,
killed
but
all
that's
these
okay.
animals?
It is art, so, I mean... No, yeah, you looked up.
What happened that made the burglar flee before
Yeah, it
finishing
could
his
have been.
work?
It is art, so, I mean, I don't think I need to do anything about it, but...
What the... Charles Hawkins?
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it? Oh, I got a text. Get what? That's helpful. Hmm?
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
This painting? Okay.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
It is interesting. I don't know why they just have a casual lady right
Greg
here.
put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Hey, whenever you get a chance, you stare. That's what I say. Consently.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Probably. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, this is long. I'm not going to read this. Pause if you want to read this. You can pause it if you want to read it. It will be posted on YouTube. You can post. Well, that's why YouTube's a thing. Alright. Yes, that's another. Oh, it's a monkey thing.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
We keep finding these sleeping pills all the way around. Find these sleeping pills in a bookshop. Does the bookseller suffer from insomnia?
What link did he
Seems
find
like
between
it.
Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner. As Egyptian antique dealer and in press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date on the robbery coincides with the last of Hawking's trips of to Cairo. Trips to Cairo should just be trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Yep. It's very bland and I don't fully care.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Well, it's not very interesting, so I'm not gonna read
How many
that
volumes
one,
are
'cause
there
it's
in this
boring.
collection?
Isis Unveiled. Oh, the God? Probably the God. Philosophy and key text.
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this
God
collection?
of War, which one?
Another
60.
volume by Arkham Editions.
That's my assumption.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
The movie.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Yep. If I get a PlayStation and have funds, I can play it on stream.
Things are not looking good. A kind
Definitely
of
want a
chalice.
PlayStation. I just have to, get games for it. I really just want 2 games, or 3 games, so. This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Probably. Who knows? Yeah, Battlefront 2? Yes, you should.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
I tried playing one of them, but I couldn't get past
I
this
finally
section.
understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark
Or,
souls.
you could get the
I see our
OG
number
Battlefront
dwindling,
2 for $10.
and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the
You can't,
playthings
no.
of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Open the safe. What safe? From Battlefront? Yeah, it's like 100% better. Was I supposed to be paying attention to what the code was? I was not paying attention to the code. They're both good. I just prefer the second one. No, not EA Battlefront, the original Battlefront and the original Battlefront 2. Let's see. Yeah, I played it. 539. There we go. The bat. What's happening? Oh, I have a viewer. Look at that. It's a difficult game. Mm-hmm. Ooh, chapter 8. But you were asking what PlayStation games I want? I want Stray, Battle of Colossus, and Battlefront. I mean, if I can afford it, yeah, I'll play it and stream it. It's an off-brand version.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
How much does it
There's
cost?
nothing we can do. I tried talking
How much
to
is
him.
it?
He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia.
But
Doesn't
yeah,
seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I said sex, not sec, like an idiot. Nope.
I see signs
talking
of
to,
hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his
Discord
last
guy.
IV?
That's
He's constantly under
tentative.
perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And
name
you
is
won't
God
believe
Rex.
Me, but when we bathed him
New
earlier,
dude.
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an
Dang, I have a
aquarium, not
big
perfusion.
group.
But that doesn't explain his condition.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms
It's all
are
good.
not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean?
It's too many for
Don't
me.
tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination
I have
is
done the
without
zombies
limit.
for that one.
It's your homemade drug again, is it
I
not?
think on stream.
Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I don't recall it. I played that one.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Roughly.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can count.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I
Was
don't
it?
know what to think for now. What I'm sure of
Cool.
is that Fuller is hiding something from us. And I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Game did save. I will stop it there if it did. Nope, we did not do enough time. Alright, we'll keep going.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make the...
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
How do I spin again? Okay, there we go. Q. Reference book. You can read that if you feel like it. I don't feel like reading it.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Insulting. You just said you
Dr.
had
Colden.
nothing to talk to
Mrs.
me
Donovan.
about.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That
Oh,
won't
yeah,
be
this
necessary.
lady.
Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
It's a good question.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Dr. Colden.
Okay.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
I thought we trusted each other.
Really, Marie? Can you swear to me that you're not intending something reckless?
It's because I respect you that I won't lie to you.
Is there something I should know?
You better tell me about your symptoms.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
Okay, what am I talking about? Okay.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high. We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment. Let's hope I can go through the administration office. Hay fever? What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
That was not necessary.
Mrs. Sanders?
You did.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
I don't feel like talking.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Kill him. What?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Alright, screw it. I don't feel like figuring out how to get into the boiler room. I'm just gonna go into the office and not care.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden. Nobody goes in, but rest assured,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I have to do this. Oh, that's a piece of crud. I have to distract this lady, and I don't know how. That's a lie. I know how, but I don't know how to do the steps of doing the how. I guess is the better wording. Where is the lady I talked to earlier?
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch. An old... Everything all right?
There
Dr.
she
Colden?
is.
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor. Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well.
Thank God.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Where the heck?
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Dr. Colden?
Hello, Betty. I'm looking for the key to the boiler room.
I used it to close the door. But I must have... yes, a patient in Block B asked me for a glass of water. I must have misplaced the key somewhere near the office.
Thank you. I shall go fetch it.
What office? What office? Jesus Christ.
Ah, a whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was
Cool.
all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Okay. I don't mind. I need to find another cat, man. Cat.
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its
This lady.
place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so,
She said
Doctor,
she left
I
it
think that the
somewhere.
problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
No, it's not.
I'll
I'm not
tend to it.
talking about- Still doing something there.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Yeah. Just chilling. What office was she talking about? Alright, this is giving me too much of a headache.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who...
Alright, talk to you later. She,
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Okay, can I go in here? Oh, I can.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Yeah, that'd be what you call efficient. What am I...
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Who? Aaron Sanders. Does it matter? I have no idea where this key is.
The key to the boiler
there
room.
it is.
All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
I'm just gonna find it again. There we go. Anything in here that's important? Nope.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Oh my Jesus. Find a tool? Okay. We're gonna stop here. Oh, this is frustrating. Alright. Well, hope you enjoyed my little 15-minute stream. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.